loosely. Go ahead and choose me. Here I am. Listen loosely. Don't say that you knew me. Here I am. Listen loosely. Go ahead and choose me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the VerryBlunt podcast. And today I have a special guest, and I love that he's here. My name is Bryce, and I want to introduce my boy. Go ahead.
My name's Bobby. Everybody calls me Hollywood.
Hollywood! I love that name. Yes. To be honest with you, I didn't even know your name was Bobby till today.
Yeah.
I only call you Hollywood. And forever and for now on, you're Hollywood, buddy. That's it. That is it. So usually how I do the podcast, I'm going to start off with a question. So I'm going to start off with a would you rather. And I know you're a present guy. I know you like to live in the present. Same with me, right? I'm the same person. Yeah. But you have to choose one of the two and give me a small reason why. Would you rather travel to the past or would you travel to the future? And what's your reason why?
Well, not believing in either one, that's going to be tough to answer.
I know. That's why I wanted to give you the question. It gives you a little thought.
But traveling either way would alter history. The future or the past would alter everything. But I guess I would go to the past.
And give me one reason why.
I would go very far back, not even in my lifetime. I would go much further back because I think that time was a much more simple lifestyle. Even though, men worked hard, people got married, they had families, they didn't get divorced, there was no crime. I think it was a much nicer, easier time to live.
All right, good answer. I like that. All right, here we go. I'm going to start you off with a joke. I'm going to see how many times I can make you laugh today. This is my goal. So why does Barbie never get pregnant? You told me this one the other day, and I loved it.
You want me to give you the answer? Or you want to say it?
I want to say it because Ken comes in a different box, but I write this stuff down. That's why I want you to know I got so many jokes on set. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little story, and then it's your turn. You ready? So there's this little kid, and his mom's in the kitchen, right? And this little kid has, one of those old school train sets, and he's playing around with his train set. And the train set stops, and the kid goes, all right, motherfuckers, everybody off the train. We're at your stop. And everybody who wants to get on the train, motherfuckers, get on the motherfucking train, right? And the mom comes out, and she's like, excuse me, you don't use that language. Go in your room for 2 hours. So he goes in his room for 2 hours. And after the 2 hours, his mom comes. You're allowed to come back out. All right, so he starts playing with his train set again, and his mom's in the kitchen. And the train comes to a stop, and he's like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at your stop. Can you please get off? And everybody that wants to get on to the next stop, please get onto the train. And if you have a problem with the 2 hour wait, please talk to that bitch on the inside of the kitchen. All right. I had to go harder on this. I understand. I get it. I had to go harder. Okay, that was just a setup. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. This is gonna be. You're gonna give me a challenge today. I like it.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So this guy goes down to a bar on a Friday night, and he meets this girl. And she's like, listen, I give the best hand jobs ever. And he's like, the best hand jobs ever? She said, yeah, you see that car outside in the parking lot? I got that car because all of the hand jobs I give. And he's like, yeah, they're that good? All right, I'll give you the $100. They go in the back of the alley. She gives him the best hand job he ever had, right? He goes home. Now he's thinking about it for a full week, right? Goes back to the bar. He sees her. He's like, listen, how much for a blowjob? So she's like, you know what? Come outside. Takes her outside. It takes him outside. He said, you see that house on the hill? He's like, yeah. She's like, I bought that house from all the blowjobs I give. I give the best blowjobs. He's like, yeah. All right. You know what? Takes him out back. Gives him the best blowjob he ever had. Goes home. Now he's thinking about her for a month. Right? Goes back in a month. He's like, listen, I've been thinking about you for a full month. He's like, how much for the pussy? And she goes, listen, honey, if I owned a pussy, I own this whole town.
That's good. That's
Uh,
good.
that's a good one,
That's
right?
good.
That's a
Yeah.
good one, right? All right, let me hear one.
All right. Uh, how does a bald man run his fingers through his hair?
How does the ball man run his fingers through his hair? He doesn't. He doesn't have any hair. Oh, through
Puts
his.
gold in his pockets.
That's a good one. I like that one. All right, that was good. That was really good. I've never heard that before. Wow. Oh, this is gonna be good. I know you got another
Okay.
one. Let me hear it.
Okay. All right. You want a story joke? I got a story joke for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Give me one. You
All
give
right.
me a story joke, and I'll give you a story joke right after.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. It's three old guys, convalescent home.
Okay, three old guys.
All right. And they're sitting on a couch, and the first guy says, "Oh, I wish I could do a number one. I mean, I really want to do a number one. I mean, I get up in the morning, I slap it, I shake it, and it drips and dribbles. I just wish I could do a number one." Second guy says, "I wish I could do a number two. I sit there, I push, I squeeze little pebbles. No, it's terrible. It's just awful, just awful." Third guy says, "In the morning, I wake up, I take a number one, flowing streams, golden stream like the Nile River. It comes out, it's all over." He says, and that happens at 7:30 a.m. He says, and then I take a number two, huge Mount Everest, peaks and cliffs like you can't imagine. And that happens at 7:35 a.m. The first guy says, "So what are you complaining about?" He says, "I don't get out of bed till noon."
It's a good one. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh man, I knew this was gonna be good. All right, let's see. So when I was a little boy, I hated religion and the constant stand up, sit down, kneeling. I wish the priest would have just picked a position.
Okay, priest joke. You want a priest joke or a rabbi
Yeah,
joke?
yeah. Oh, priest. We'll stick it on priest because I think I have another joke after that for a priest too. So go ahead.
So, this girl walks into a church, and she walks into the confessional booth, and she kneels down. She says, bless me, Father, because I have sinned." She says, it's been about a month since my last confession." And she says, "I'd like to say last night I was with my boyfriend and I had sex." She says, "I mean, we did it all over the apartment. He had me in all different kinds of positions. He entered me every possible way he could, and I enjoyed every moment of it." Priest says, "All right, my dear, I want you to do 10 Hail Marys and 10 Our Fathers and drink a glass of lemon juice." She says, "Will the lemon juice absolve me of my sins?" He says, "No, but it will wipe that smile off your face."
Okay, I like that. Oh man, you giving me fresh jokes. Like I never heard of these jokes before, and I love this. This is awesome. All right, so I'm gonna give you a priest joke. All right.
Okay.
So one night, two priests they had to go take a shower, and they walk to the shower. They get undressed. They hop in the shower, and the one priest says to the other priest, "Hey, listen, we don't have any soap." And the priest goes, "Okay, you know what? I'll go to the pantry. I'll go get some soap. I'll go to the closet. I'll go get some soap." But he has to walk all the way down the hall to another area. So he gets out of the shower and he's like, it's the middle of the night. No one's going to see me, right? So he walks down the hall and he sees these three nuns coming by him. So he stands there and he just stands there still, right? Naked. All three nuns come up and they're like, wow, this statue's so lively. The one nun touches the guy's man parts and he drops one bar of soap. And she's like, oh my God, it's a soap dispenser. So the other nun drops touches his man parts and he drops the other soap. So then the third nun touches the guy's man parts. Nothing happens. She touches it again. Nothing happens. And she's like, hmm. So now she's like going at it, right? She's stroking it. And all of a sudden, something comes out and she's like, wow, it even has lotion.
So, well, speaking of nuns, the nuns are riding back to the convent on bicycles, and they take a wrong turn, and they wind up on a cobblestone road. And one nun says to the other nun, "I've never come this way before." The other nun says, "Must be the cobblestones."
All right, we're going to stick to nuns. All right, I love this. All right, ready? So three nuns are driving a van and they get into a car accident. They all die. They go up to heaven. They see St. Peter standing at the gate, and St. Peter's like, he has a bucket of holy water, and he says, "Listen, girls, you have to wash your hand. Have you girls have ever touched a penis?" And the one girl says, "Yeah, I touched a penis with my finger." So he's like, St. Peter's like, "All right, wash your finger in the holy water and walk on through." The second nun he walks up. He's like, "Have you ever touched a penis?" She's like, "Yeah, I touched a penis with my hand." So he's like, "All right, wash your hand in the holy water, go on through." The third nun comes up. He goes, "Have you ever touched a penis?" The fourth nun comes up. She's like, "Wait. Before she goes, I got to wash my mouth before she washes her asshole."
All
That
right,
might
this
be
guy
all
goes
my nun
in.
jokes.
Guy goes in to see a rabbi. He says, "Rabbi, my wife is trying to kill me. She's trying to poison me. She's poisoned all the food. She says I can't eat anything. She's got poison in everything. She puts something rat poison in my coffee. I can't eat anything at home. I have to go out for everything." He says, "Will you talk to her for me?" He says, "Yes. Next time I see her, when next time she comes in, I'll bring her in and I'll talk to her." So about a week or so goes by. Oh, guy goes in to see the rabbi. He says, did my wife come? He says, "Yes, I had a long, in-depth conversation with your wife." He says, "Yes, and?" He said, "Take the poison."
Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to keep it on religion, right? So little Johnny's in Sunday school and his teacher asks all the kids, what body part do you think enters heaven first? One of the kid raises their hand and says, "I think it's your praying hands, because when you're praying and you're kneeling, you're right there, and I think that's the first body part that enters heaven." "Oh, good job, good job." Another kid raised their hand. "I think it's your head, because that's where your halo's at. So when you're, going to heaven, your halo goes to heaven." "Oh, very, very good." Little Johnny's like, "Pick me, pick me." Teacher picks his little Johnny. Little Johnny's like, "I think it's your legs." And she's like, "Why do you think it's your legs, little Johnny?" And he goes, "Well, I was walking past my parents' bedroom the other day, and my father was on top of her with my mother with her legs in the air." And she goes, "Oh my God, I'm coming."
You went to little Johnny jokes.
Little Johnny. Little Johnny.
Little Johnny's in school, right? And teacher says a question. He says, what's the most interesting thing that ever happened? And there's a little girl in the front row. Is Mary, and Mary says, "My parents went on vacation all alone, left me home, and that was cool." And then little Johnny raised his hand, and little Johnny said, "She said, what's the most interesting thing that ever happened to you?" And he says, "My brother was in Vietnam and got shot in the ass." She said, "Whoa, whoa." She says, "Don't say ass, say rectum." He said, "Rectum, shit, it killed him."
Okay. Okay. All right. One more little Johnny joke. This one's a clean one. You can show anybody this one. Ready?
Okay.
So little Johnny's in the lunch line and he's getting lunch and he walks past the apples and there's a sign under the apples that says, "Only pick one apple. God is watching." Right? So he picks an apple. He's still walking down the line. Now he sees a basket of cookies, but there's no sign under it. Right? So little Johnny takes his notepad out and goes, "Take as many cookies as you want. God's watching the apples."
All right. Uh, I must have another religion one.
I don't know if I have one. I can give you another joke. We could change the topic real quick.
Oh, I got another joke. I can come up with another joke. Why did um how did the Burger King get the Dairy Queen pregnant?
How did the Burger King get the Dairy Queen pregnant?
He didn't wrap his Whopper.
Okay, I like that little dad joke right there. Let's see. Ooh, okay. What? Ooh, here we go. Why are gay dudes so rude?
Why are gay dudes so rude?
Because they're fucking
They're gay.
assholes.
They're fucking gay.
They're fucking assholes. You like that one? You like that one? All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna give you a story.
Okay.
So, this girl goes on a business trip to Barbados. So when
Okay.
she lands in Barbados, she gets off the plane and she meets this guy, this big, big black guy, right? And this guy's like, "Listen, I'll show you around the whole time you're here, no problem." And then she goes, "Okay, well, what's your name?" And he's like, "Listen, I'll tell you my name, at the last day before you go, because everybody laughs at my name. I don't want to tell you my name." And she's like, "All right, no problem." So he brings her around, shows her a good time. She's at work. It's on the last day. She's about to go back. She's at the airport. And she's about to board the plane. She goes, "Listen, what's your name? I never got your name." And he goes, "Well, my name is Snow." And she goes, "Snow?" And she starts laughing like, big black dude named Snow, whatever. And then she gets on the plane and she flies back and her husband's waiting for her at the airport. And the husband goes, "So how was Barbados?" And she goes, "Well, it was okay. I had about 12 inches of snow."
All right, black dick jokes. All right, two. There's two black guys, right? Two
Okay.
Negroes with the biggest dicks in the world, right? And
Okay.
they want to have a contest, see whose dick is bigger. So they're walking around and they're looking for a secret place where they can have their contest, because they don't want everybody looking, right?
Right.
So they're walking around, they're looking for a secret place, and they go across the Golden Gate Bridge. And the Negroes, they see this water and make them want to piss. So one guy pulls his shit out and he's pissing. Other guy pulls his out, he's taking a piss. One looks at the other, he says, "God damn, this water's cold." Other guy says, "Yeah, and it's deep too."
Okay, that was good. All right. All right. I'm going to give you another black joke. Oh, man. All right. So, what's the difference between a black man and Batman?
I don't know. Tell me blunt. Tell me bluntly.
Batman can go out at night without Robin.
Oh, all right. Well, I kind of like where this is going.
Yes!
Um,
Uh,
um, all right. Uh, hold on. Something's coming to mind here, but uh, um,
I got you. I got you. What's the best part of having a hooker die on you?
I like that. All right, go ahead.
The second hour is free.
Oh, we got to do this again.
Yes!
I know. I'm dying over here. I'm dying over here. Oh God. Oh man. All right.
Hey, well, you want to continue with that? Oh yeah, go ahead. Do it. You. It's your format. You do it. You do your thing.
uh no, I mean we could continue with anything. You're allowed to say any joke. You don't have to we've
And
just been
no,
like on the same genre, on the same wavelength without even being like this isn't even planned. This is great, right? We're like, "Oh, I got a joke for nuns. I got a joke for religion. I could keep doing this. This
well,
is
that's why.
great. It's exactly
Yeah,
what I wanted."
I'm glad you're enjoying this. I need a drink.
Uh,
All right, you know what? A joke just came to mind, but it's off topic. Is that all right?
yeah, absolutely. There's no topics. Any joke we've just been on the same wavelength, but you could
I
say
got it.
anything you want.
Okay. Um, uh, that joke I told you before was funny about the fly, right?
Yeah. That
If
was, and you didn't even say it on here yet. Go ahead. You're allowed to say it.
if
Absolutely. Don't hold back.
not the one I was thinking of, but it just popped in my mind. Um, what is it? Oh yeah. If a fly had no wings, would it be called a walk?
I would have to say yes. I would have to say yes.
Yes!
Oh shoot.
A guy goes into a bar. Uh, guy goes into a bar and he sits down, orders a drink, and he's sitting there. And while he's sitting at the bar, he notices up on the top shelf that there are a bunch of picture frames with like certificates in them, like diplomas, kind of. You know what I mean?
Mm.
With a $20 bill and a picture of the person inside the frame. And there's a bunch of them all across the top of the bar. And he says, calls the bartender down, and he says, "Hey, what's with these frames here?" And bartender says, "It's kind of a club." He goes, "Well, I want to be part of the club. Here's my $20." He goes, "Well, there's kind of an initiation. You can't. It's not just you pay the $20 and we take your picture and put you up there. There's an initiation." He says, "Well, what is it?" He says, "Well, there's three things you have to do. You have to drink an 8-ounce glass of vodka." He goes, "And then if you go down that hallway there in the backyard, there's a pit bull in the back there that needs a tooth pulled. And then upstairs, there's an old lady, about 80, 90 years old up there, who needs an orgasm." Guy says, "Cake. What do I do first?" Guy says, "Well, you're here right now. Drink the vodka. He pours him a nice big glass, 8-ounce glass of vodka. He fucking downs it. All right, what's next? He says you go down that hallway, open the door in the back, go around to the right. You'll see a dog pen back there. Just open up the pen, go in there, and that's where the dog is. No problem. Guy looses his tie. He walks down the hallway. He opens the door, goes back there. Couple minutes, you hear like fighting and scratching and shit flying, hitting the walls from the outside. There's all kinds of noise out there, screaming and yelling. After about 5-10 minutes, the door opens up, the light comes down the hallway. The guy's standing there. You just see his silhouette standing there. He walks down the hallway. And as he enters the bar, you can see he's got scratches all over his face and his clothes are all ripped up. He's limping. He's all fucked up. And he goes up to the bartender and he says, all right, where's this old lady that needs a tooth pulled?
Oh, that was good. That hit me. I was like, where is this going? Oh, that was good. That was really, really good.
That's a little bit of a time joke if you don't get what he has to do.
Yeah. I like that. I was like waiting, and he's in there fucking the dog. That's crazy. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. All right. I'm going to give you a final joke. It's a story. Of course, I'm going to keep it at a bar, right? We're going to do a bar joke.
Okay.
All right. So this guy walks into a bar, sits down. He said, hey, can I get a Jack and Coke? He said, yeah, sure. Puts an apple on the bar. The guy's like, an apple? He's like, take a bite. The guy takes a bite. He's like, wow, it tastes like Jack. He's like, turn it around. Wow, it tastes like Coke. He's like, see, I told you. Next guy walks into a bar, sits down. Guy's like, let me get a gin and tonic. He's like, gin and tonic? No problem. I got you. Guy puts an apple on the bar. Guy's like, an apple? The other guy next to him's like, listen, I don't know how he does it, but this guy's magical. He makes the apple taste like whatever you want. He's like, okay, no problem. Oh, this tastes like gin. Turn it around. Oh, this tastes like tonic. You see what I'm saying? So now another guy walks into a bar. Now these guys are like talking about this bartender, right? So they turn to the third guy that just walked in. They're like, listen, this guy can make an apple taste like whatever you want. He's like, whatever I want. He's like, yeah, I don't know how he does it, but he can do it. He's like, whatever I want? I want an apple that tastes like pussy. So he said, an apple that tastes like pussy? Come on, bro. I got you. He put the apple on the counter. Oh, this one tastes like shit. He's like, turn around. I just got the warning for how much time we got. So, you got one more joke for us? A story? Anything?
Yes, I do.
Whatever.
I do know a real quick bar joke.
Let's
Skeleton walks into a bar, orders a beer and a mop.
A beer and a mop.
A skeleton walks into a bar, orders a beer and a mop.
And a mop.
Oh my gosh, really? Where's the beer going to go if the skeleton drinks it?
On the floor, so he needs the mop. I got it. I understood it.
Oh, you just didn't think it was...
And a mop.
And a mop. All right.
Oh, man.
You just didn't think it was funny. Okay.
Okay.
All right. How about this one?
One more.
All right,
got
how
it.
about
Go.
this one?
Go.
All right. What do you call a fake noodle?
I heard this. An impasta.
Impasta.
Let me see if I can give you a quick one before we go. Hold on, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Mm, which one do I
What do you
want to
call a
do?
deer? What do you call a deer with no eyes?
A deer with no eyes. Um, what?
No idea.
No idea.
What do you call a
Okay.
deer? What do you call a
Dad
deer with
jokes.
no eyes and no legs?
No eyes and no legs. What?
Still no idea. What do you call a deer with no eyes, no legs, and no dick?
Uh, a
Still no fucking idea.
you know what? I like that. I'm just gonna end it at that. I like this. I think you finished it strong. I really do. I really, really do. All right. So before we end, I wanted to
Yeah,
announce for everybody else that me and Mr. Hollywood are gonna start a marijuana podcast, and we're gonna do it once a month. And we're also going to be doing jokes like this in between us. I think this is going to be something that's going to be huge for us, and we're going to educate everybody on it. So we had a discussion on it. We'll announce more on the next one. I think we agree 420 is when we're going to release it.
yeah, I think
Um,
that's a great time to start it off, and it's really just. I'm thinking it's just going to be a conversation about. Although the marijuana topic about marijuana, you'd be able to talk about anything because marijuana affects everyday life at your job, at your relationship, with your friends, everywhere you go. So there's a lot to talk about.
and I know that you're a professional cook and everything, and I know you're going to share recipes. I love the idea. I think that we can maybe eventually turn to like we show them how to make butter and stuff like that, and show them how to like measure out what they need to measure out to make different type of edibles,
Absolutely.
and you know.
Absolutely. Marijuana itself is just cannabis itself has a bunch of topics that there's a bunch of things about marijuana that people don't know about. It's not just about rolling it and smoking it. There's so many different aspects of it, and how people make edibles is old school way to make edibles is way you can make edibles, and it doesn't taste green. There's THC, there's CBD, there's terps, there's so many different topics and things to know about.
Oh,
It's
and
not just
what
it's not
about
just
the
rolling and smoking.
what about the good stuff it does for cancer? Rick Simpson oil, you know. I
Yeah,
mean,
and your eyes and so many different
oh
things.
man, I can't
People
wait.
with depression and anxiety and so many different things.
And there's
So there's a lot
nobody
to
to
talk
do it
about.
better
There's a
with
lot of
than you.
topics. Well, I'm sorry.
I said there's no one to do it better with than you.
Well, thank you. I really do appreciate it.
And I can't wait. I had a
And
blast today. I really did. I think
I
you
really
are
did too.
so funny. This was perfect, and I really and I'm gonna let you know. We are gonna be adding jokes into the Weed podcast, of course, because I just love being funny as it is. And you've seen Hollywood's character. This is gonna be fantastic, right? So, I really appreciate you being on this. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, well, I guess we'll just set up, when we get that rolling, we're going to set up some kind of email or something so people can call in to answer questions or text a message, instant message, so you can ask questions and maybe some topics that they want to talk about. Uh, so yeah,
I love
we
it.
we
I
got
love
a
it. I like
we
that
we,
idea.
we got a real great. I think we got a real great thing going on.
Oh, we definitely do. I know we got a real great thing going on, and I know it's just going to be very educational, very fun, and just a good time with two good people that love to laugh and educate people. I think it's going to be great. That
Yep.
are in such they have such a good mentality. Like I said in the beginning, I don't want to get too much further because we don't have a lot of time. But you know, he loves to live in the present, which is an awesome, awesome thing for a human being to be. You know, a mindset wise, and I love living in the present. Same thing, and I think that you understand that enjoying life and living in the present is the way to go. And you'll see that.
Yeah, there is, and like we started off, you asked me that question, and if people are around, people that do see this, Um, I said that I don't believe in the past or the future, and that's a whole topic in itself. So if you want to know about that, if you want to discuss that, I'd be happy to discuss that kind of stuff also.
Yes, we will. Believe me. Knowing us, we
Absolutely.
will. Knowing us, we will.
Yes.
So, Mr. Hollywood, my boy, I appreciate you. I think you're
Thank
awesome.
you. I had so much fun.
I did
Thank
too,
you.
man. This was great. And I will talk to you soon, big guy.
Cool.
All right, brother.